Well, guys, 323 is finally here, and now that I've spent some time with it, I think it's time to discuss whether it was a success or not, and if now is the time to start playing. So, I originally wanted to upload this video earlier, but thought I should give myself a little bit more time in game to actually give it a proper test rather than just letting my eagerness cloud my judgment. And don't worry, I'm also going to mention the wipe at the end of the video to kind of try and explain why I think they've let us keep our ships, but they've wiped all our cash. Right, so let's get into it. There have been a lot of changes with the new UI, the star map, master modes, and minor changes like the sound some of the ships make has been changed. Visually, the game is looking great. I haven't encountered too many frame rate issues, but I know there are people that have been having those issues. For the most part, it's been really smooth to play and it looks really good. The new UI is really nice. I like it. It's definitely a step in the right direction, especially with the mini map, but that definitely needs a little bit of work. So we'll get to that later. EVA is awesome. Floating around in space is great. Floating into your ships is way easier. You're not crashing into the ground anymore. Master modes is different. It's definitely going to take some time to get used to, but having your speed drop all the way down when you put out your landing gear is a great emergency stop for when you're coming in way too hot. So now that we have discussed the good stuff, let's talk about the not so good stuff. So the star map. Setting routes can be a bit of a hit or a miss. For example, when you're on the ground at a main city trying to set a route in your minimap, the game doesn't seem like taking you exactly where you want to go. I was trying to set a route to the tram station and it would not let me. It let me set a route a little further in than the tram station. So it kind of works, you know. It's a good first step. At least we've got something. And in space, when you're trying to set a route, sometimes it just won't let you. Sometimes it'll say that it's got an obstructed path. And sometimes it will let you, and you will make your first jump and then find you've got an obstructed path. So I'm not sure if that was a wrong time, wrong place issue with like planetary rotations and stuff, but it's definitely something I'm going to keep an eye on because it's been very annoying. Speaking of annoying, Quantum has also been doing the thing where it will spool, it will calibrate, but then when you click to activate it, nothing happens, and you get kind of stranded in space for a bit. So that's all fun. Cargo is still a mess, I think. I was trying to do cargo earlier, and after losing 500,000 credits, I thought, hey, let's take a break from cargo. It seems that, especially in the Hull C, because I haven't really tried the other ships, but in the Hull C, I've been having issues with loading cargo, unloading cargo. It is not happy at the moment, but hopefully they will fix that soon, as I know they want to do some stuff with cargo. So you would think that cargo would work relatively well, which it does work when it works, but it's still that 50-50 chance of losing all of your money, which isn't fun, especially with the docking bays. So the docking bays are still doing the thing where sometimes they're open, sometimes they're closed and you can't get in and you've got to EVA over to your ship. Sometimes your ship will spawn clipped into the station, which then results in you getting a crime stat and the station trying to blow you up. And you lose all of your cargo in another way. So yeah, it definitely needs some work. I'd be a little bit careful doing cargo runs at the moment, even though it is lucrative. The potential to lose all your stuff is pretty high. So salvage has had the nerf that we all knew was coming. I've seen people saying that they've been making 350k per hammerhead, which, considering all the other money making methods at the moment, isn't too bad. So I'm sure people are going to be doing a bunch of salvage because bounties are way more difficult now. They've actually improved the AI. And yeah, it's a lot harder to actually do bounties now. So we'll see how that goes. Now, the wipe. Now, a lot of people seem to be quite confused about why we would get our credits wiped, but not our ships. So, considering that Star Citizen is still an alpha, it needs a lot of data from players to actually figure out what they should do with the game and how to make it better or worse at times. By letting us keep our ships but wiping our money, not only will they get data on how players are making money after the nerf to salvage, but they will also get a lot of data on how ships in general are functioning. They wiped everything, they wouldn't get a lot of data on ships like the Reclaimer or the 890 and what kind of bugs those ships are having for a long time, which would just further extend the time it actually takes to launch the final product of the game. I can totally understand why they wiped our money, not our ships, especially if they want to work on the game's economy. So was the update a success? In some ways, yes, and in some ways, no. I think everyone probably has a different answer on that point. It depends on your point of view. If you're watching this and still debating on whether now is the time to jump in or not, I would suggest maybe waiting for the upcoming Free Fly event to see for yourself. Like, this game is great and is very close to being a lot better than before, but if you're the kind of person that gets frustrated at bugs, this game might push you to your rage quit limit in its current state, especially if you're a solo player wanting to make money and buy ships and all that kind of thing. So there is still a lot more that I haven't checked out for myself yet, but I think overall the patch is off to a good start, but it definitely needs 3.2.3.1 as soon as possible. But hopefully that will come out soon, as they're already testing it in the PTU, and with Invictus Week coming up, I would think they would want the server in the best state that they could get it in. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to me ramble on about the update. Hopefully they fix some of the issues soon and we can continue to enjoy the game we love most. And if not, it is what it is and we'll probably keep playing it anyway. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Star Citizen content, and I will see you next time.